So, this is the phone that has been quietly living in my pocket for the last 4 months. Not alone though. It has been sharing space with the S25 Ultra and the OnePlus 15. Yeah, three ecosystems, one human, it's chaotic. And somewhere in between switching devices, testing cameras, draining batteries, and just daily use, I kept coming back to this iPhone 17 Air. Now, when Apple launched this, there was a lot of controversy. It was too thin, too light, not enough battery, not enough cameras. So, after using it properly, I wanted to answer one simple question: how does it actually feel? And more importantly, is it worth picking up over the regular base model or the Pro Max model? Hey everyone, welcome to Cradix Tech. Shubham here, and let's find out in this long-term review of the iPhone 17 Air. Let's get this video started, shall we? Let's start with the price. It comes in at around 1300 Australian dollars or about 1 lakh Indian rupees. Now, the moment you pick it up, you instantly understand what Apple was going for. This phone is insanely thin and light. Coming from the iPhone 16 Pro, then to the 13 mini, I was expecting something similar. Same titanium feel, but this feels like Apple just removed gravity from the equation from the 16 Pro. It genuinely feels closer to holding a mini iPad than a phone. And trust me, this is one of those things you have to experience in hand. It's so light that sometimes I check my pocket twice. Did I forget my phone or did Apple just make it invisible? The colors are limited to only 4 options, and honestly they are quite similar to each other. I have the cloud white here, but if I had to choose again, I'll probably go with the matte black or the gold variant. And with this design, it honestly feels like jewelry in your hand. Definitely a flex device if that's your thing. And yes, before anyone asks, it doesn't bend. Relax. Apple didn't bring back 2014 nostalgia from the iPhone 6. You're getting features like the action button, dynamic island, and the camera control, and those slim bezels. They just make everyday use feel super clean. But then comes the question everyone asked me: what about the battery? Because inside this ultra thin body is a 3149 mAh battery. And yeah, that sounds small, but in real life it performs better than you would expect. Thanks to the A19 Pro chip, it has been getting around 6 to 6.5 hours of screen on time. It's not the Pro Max level, but it is usable. Apple has also added some solid battery protection features like charging up to 85% limit, battery cycle count, clean energy charging. All of that should help it age better over time. There is a catch. Because of the USB 2.0, it only supports 20 watts wired charging, which is honestly as slow as it gets in 2026. So yeah, this is one of those phones where your charger becomes your emotional support system. Now cameras, or should I say camera. You get a single 48 megapixel sensor here, similar to the base iPhone 17. And this is not the same sensor found on the Pro or the Pro Max models. So naturally the big question is, do I miss the ultra wide or telephoto? Honestly, sometimes. But for day-to-day shots, this camera still delivers. Photos are consistent in both daylight and low light with classic iPhone look. great dynamic range, and slightly warmer tones. It usually defaults to 24 megapixels, which is a great balance between quality and storage. Portraits are solid too. You can crop up to 2x and still maintain good details. Let's compare a few photos with other phones here. Video is still one of the best. But yeah, no 4K 120, no ProRes support, Apple keeping that exclusive to the Pro models. And for the best video experience, I would still actually recommend using the Blackmagic camera app. It gives you much better control for the overall output of the videos. Now the selfie camera, and this is actually one of my favorite upgrade. It's an 18 megapixel square sensor, which means you can shoot properly in landscape without awkward framing. If you vlog a lot, this is a game changer. Your eye alignment actually feels natural and the output just looks better. And I would definitely pick this one just for the ultra wide camera in the selfie. Performance wise, this thing is fast. You're getting a A19 Pro chip, slightly toned down from the Pro models, paired with 12 GB of RAM. Apps open instantly, no lags in daily use, and it feels very similar to the iPhone 16 Pro in terms of performance. But it's actually more capable. The top half heats up while the bottom stays cool, almost like the phone is managing its own temperature zones, especially during gaming. It's because all the components are fitted just at the top and the battery is just all at the bottom. AAA games like Red Dead Redemption runs great on this with high fidelity. But after about 15 minutes, especially if you're gaming with Wuthering Waves at 120 FPS, you will definitely see the throttle. The temperatures go up as well. I don't really care about benchmark these days, but if you do, you can pause the video and check the charts for comparison. From what I have seen in the stability test, like the 3D benchmark, it's actually not bad, even comparing to the 17 Pro or the OnePlus 15. Also, with the USB 2.0 speeds, no external display support, and no Pro level workaround. That's a bummer. So yeah, fast phone, slow charging, it's balanced I guess. And one thing, the Taptic engine here isn't as good as other iPhones, even comparing with my 11 Pro Max and 13 Pro Max. It here doesn't heat up much during gaming for intensive tasks, but might be the case cause it's winter here in Australia, and during summer it can show up different results. So I might be making a long-term review for this one as well, so stay tuned for that. Just coming to the software, it has been pretty smooth. This one is running on iOS 26.4, which has been stable so far. But iOS 26.3, yeah, that one had more bugs than the rainforest. Probably one of the worst across all of the iPhone models. Great thing that they have fixed it a bit. But I still get like hangs when I'm in the lock screen and try to open the Blackmagic camera app, which is just random. You are getting around 6 to 7 years of updates, so this phone should last around 2033. Apple Intelligence is here, visual intelligence and all. But honestly, I don't use it much. Now, let's talk about display. This has a 6.7-inch, 1.5K resolution, 120Hz, which gets insanely bright up to 3000 nits. It's impressive, sharp, and just a joy for watching content. And I actually love the inclusion of PWM flickering control. Because the phone is so light, watching videos feels effortless. No hand fatigue, and you can go watching videos on it anywhere you want. But then it hits the limitations. Single speaker. Yeah, it gets loud, but sounds a bit tinny compared to other phones. Now that you have heard the comparison with other phones, let me know in the comments which one you like the best. And especially in the crowded environments, speaker calls can be hard to hear, which isn't much of a problem for me being an introvert. This is probably the biggest downside for multimedia experience on this iPhone 17 Air. How about network reception? It's decent, but not that great despite it having the C1 chip. Definitely the reception is not as strong as the S25 Ultra or the OnePlus 15, but at my place I'm actually stuck with 2 bars while the OnePlus is chilling at full signal like it owns the tower. But network coverage is another thing. On the Wi-Fi speed test, it beats out both the Android phones, hands down. Also, this is eSIM only globally. No physical SIM support at all. Not so great if you travel and switch SIMs a lot. So after 4 months, where do I stand? This is a very unique phone in 2026. It's not trying to be the most powerful or the feature-packed phone out there. This is all about thin, lightweight, and the experience. For me, coming from the iPhone 16 Pro, then using the iPhone 13 mini, and now this, it actually feels like a proper successor in terms of how it feels in the hand. And yeah, I actually broke my iPhone 13, so it kind of filled the emotional gap too. Here's the reality. Phones today are your lifeline. Your multimedia experience, your camera, your speakers, your productivity tool. And this phone does compromise on some of the key aspects you might use daily. This is my secondary device. I use it alongside the OnePlus 15 or the S25 Ultra. And as a secondary phone, I absolutely love it. The slim form factor just hits every time I pick it up. But if I had to choose just one phone, I would probably go with the iPhone 17 Pro or the Pro Max, which packs in a much bigger battery, better camera experience, and much fuller sounding speakers. But I also feel like the phone is more of a glimpse into the future, like a test. And that future might be Apple's folding iPhone that's coming soon. So, what do you think about the iPhone 17 Air? Are you planning to get one, or are the compromises a deal breaker? Just let me know in the comments below. That's been it for today's review, guys. Like, share, and subscribe for more spicy comparisons and reviews. I've got the 17 Pro Max review coming soon, so stay tuned for that one as well. See you in the next one. Chole.